Hello and welcome back with me, Arfan. And in this video, maybe I'm going to tell you about this video right here. And this is also one of my duties as an IDN boarding school student. So what I have to do is I have to tell you the things that the person does in that video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the explanations. So what the person does to make his life more success and actually very success, he made a lot of tons of money and he could travel around the world meeting famous people or even go to somewhere somewhere out there. And what he did is a simple thing but very important, and that is he put up a deadline for himself. And he even gives us the examples of the difference when you don't give deadline and when you give deadline to yourself in your project, in your work, in your daily activities, anything else. So the difference is he put up an example, and that is say because I'm a coder, which basically what I do is just coding and make an app. And if I don't put up a deadline, because I have unlimited time, eventually I will write my codes and even do my codes maybe about a minute or maybe even 1 hour for long. That's the longest time. But if I actually put up a deadline for myself, for example, I have this project, for example, COVID-19 project, and because there's no deadline, what would happen is I'm slacking off. You see, the longer time that it takes for you to make the project done, the more uninterested you are. So if I have, for example, like the COVID-19 app and I don't put up any deadlines for me to finish it, eventually what would happen is I'm going to work at the same project for 1 week, maybe around one code per day. And on the other hand, if you put up a deadline, say I got the COVID-19 project at Monday and I put out a deadline for myself, and say for example I put it at 2 weeks from now, what would happen is I'm not going to slack off. Well, the first day I would maybe write a few codes, probably just the UI and UX, but because the time is getting lesser, what I did is I realized that time is getting shorter by the minute. The more I live, the shorter life is. So because of that, I could inspire myself to at least make more codes per day, and eventually I could just study more and improve myself in my coding and UI UX building. So I guess that's it for today's video, and I hope this really does help you. If you actually want to check out the original video, I'm going to put the link in the description below, so make sure to check it out because I could improve myself because of that video and that person. And see you in the next video. Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel, guys. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about my hometown. And as you guys can already guess, this is another one of my duty as, a student in the IDN boarding school. But anyways, let's just move on to our main topic, and that is about my hometown. So, my hometown, which is located in Jakarta, it's a good place to stay, not gonna lie, and it's also peaceful. Like, I know that you guys may feel like, hey, my hometown is also peaceful. What's the difference between your uh, Jakartan peaceful and my peaceful? Well, it's actually depends on the person who feels it. But anyways, it's still a good place to stay. And although we don't have a pretty good house, like we don't have a house with a swimming pool or like a cafe, but we still enjoy living in our house. And about the environment, it's actually pretty clean. Like everyone's just keeping a clean environment. Sometimes there's even an event every Sunday where you can collect all your trash, and every Sunday you can give the trash to the trash bin or the truck, and you get money from it. Depends on which type of trash. So it's a pretty good event. I like it. And currently we have kind of stocked trash for that event. And yeah, it's a good place to stay. Also, the neighbor is pretty nice. We sometimes talk to each other, and we eat kebab together, and we argument about something sometimes. It's a good place to stay, not gonna lie. Well, I guess that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this very short video, and I hope I can make a more entertaining video. I'm still learning as a student, so I will see you guys in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a special omelette made by Arfan. Before I start the video, I'm going to say one thing. Happy Ramadan and always be safe. Stay in your house, and I make this video hoping that this would entertain you and make your cooking skills better. And one more thing, I'm going to say I'm sorry if I ever make any mistakes. And without further ado, let us get into the video. Yeah. First things first, we are going to start with the ingredients. Here I'm going to use 2 eggs just to make sure the egg is enough for me to eat. And this is optional. If you want to have 1 egg, that's okay. But personally, and usually I use 2 eggs because I'm a big eater. And then for the toppings, I use cheese and some peppers and oregano leaf, and also onion leaves. Now, to make the egg creamy, I'm going to use 0.8 ml of milk. And to make it a little bit sweet, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. So the taste of the egg is not only salt, but it has sweetness in it too. And to make it healthier, I'm going to add a tomato into my omelette. And food is not good if there is no salt, so I'm going to add salt in my egg. To start off, we need to get the egg out of its shell. So there are two ways you can use tools such as spoon, forks, and other. But personally, I'm going to use the table. So I'm going to crack it like this. And just open the crack. And there you go. A nice, beautiful looking golden egg ready to be squashed. And I'm going to crack the other egg. And there you have it. Another one of the beautiful yellow egg. And then I'm going to stir it up. And you can use three tools. The same tools to crack the egg, that is spoon, fork, and in this particular video, I'm going to use this. This is how you do it. So you just go up and down for about 3 minutes, and hopefully this could make the egg become yellow. So the reason why I use this tool to squash the egg is because I want the egg to be fresh inside and outside, and in order to do that, I need to make the oxygen go to the outside of the egg and the insides. Potong-potong dulu. And now I'm going to add the milk into the squashed egg to make it creamier. And don't forget, I'm going to cut this into small pieces so that it can fit into my omelette. And I'm going to cut it with this. This is a whole new way of cutting vegetables. There you go. Nice little pretty cuts. And then just pour it into the omelette. Stir, and then I'm going to add the cheese so that it becomes more cheesier. There you go. Cut it in small pieces and then just put it inside your omelette. Feels good. The next step is I'm going to cut a tomato because I want to make my omelette healthy. I'm always making a healthy food, and tomato is one of the good vegetables to make your food become healthier. Now, because I'm using one tomato, I'm going to cut into small pieces. Just cut in half in every section. And after I cut it, I just have to put it inside of my omelette. And as you can see a good looking reddish and green vegetables. Now I'm just going to stir it up for a little bit just to make sure all of the ingredients mix into one taste. As you can see, it's really good looking. And the next step is cooking. The first thing I have to do to cook is I put half a teaspoon of oil into the frying pan, and to make it not sticky to the bottom, I'm going to use Blue Band for about 1 spoon. And don't forget to turn on the fire. and then wait for it to be hot. And if you see the blue band becomes invisible, then you can start pouring your beautiful looking egg. Just flatten up the ingredients so that it becomes more good looking. And now what you have to do is actually wait for the bottom part of the egg to become hot enough. And the reason is to prevent broken of the egg, because usually when you try to flip the egg, there's usually a hole in it. That's why you have to wait until the below level of the egg is already hot enough and hard enough to maintain the good look of the egg. Now we are moving to the hardest part of cooking an egg, that is to flip the egg. And thankfully I'm making an omelette, so I have to flip just half of it and just close the insides of the egg. I will flip this egg and hopefully it doesn't go. So I have successfully flipped half of the egg, and now we just have to keep on waiting for the egg to be ready to be served. And when you think it's done, move it to a plate. So I suggest you take it up and move it to another plate. And after that, your special omelette is ready to be served. And just to remind you, and to make your egg unbreakable, you use 2 spatulas. You can see the end result of your omelette. It already is smell good. Now let's try and eat some of it. As you can see, the insides are filled with vegetables and tomatoes, which is healthy for your health. And now let's try it for myself. Hard work, guys. Hard work. It's really good. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope this video could help you somehow, especially if you're a mother and you have to make daily food for your family. And don't forget to like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, and welcome back with me. In this video, I'm going to make a simple fried rice. So for the ingredients, I'm using as simple as possible because there's the coronavirus going on. And for those of you who haven't gone shopping to get a new recipes, then this tutorial is good for you because it's so simple. I'm using 1 piece of egg, this is optional, and 2 onions, and also as usual oregano leaves, and don't forget the rice. Now go to the cooking. For the cooking part, the first thing you need to do is pour the oil for about 1 eating spoon and then heat it up. After you feel like it's hot enough, you can start putting in your chopped onions. And you wait until the smell is getting better. Next step is to pour the egg. You can do this 2 ways. The first way is you put it in a bowl and then you mix the white with the yellow one. And the second one is you put the egg instantly. Now in this video I'm going to use the second method. The next part is put in the rice. And when you think it's done, you can start putting them into the plate. And your fried rice is ready to be served. Smells good already. Hello everyone and welcome back with me. And for this video, I'm going to talk about how to make a business in the digital era. As you can see, we are currently living in the digital era, which means we're living in a world where technology exists. So we can use laptop or smartphones or any other gadgets just to live a full life actually. And of course, because of these gadgets that we use, not only does it bring fun stuff like games, it can also help you or for the producers to help publishing their products, and which eventually will make some money for their own. But a lot of people are still kind of doesn't get what to do in order to actually sell the product and making a lot of people buy your product. So in this short video, I'm going to tell you about how to make a small business of your own in this digital era. And keep in mind, this is made when the COVID-19 is still out there, so this video is probably going to help you a lot in actually just selling a product. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Already sells food, for example, like the Alphamart or 7-Eleven and many more. But that's a common thing. And currently, everyone could just find it anywhere, everywhere, because food stalls or food stores is everywhere. They just have to walk a couple meters, or some of us actually needs to walk a couple kilometers. And after that, you do your thing. Just buy maybe broccolis or vegetable, maybe even meat, and many more. Now the problem is if you actually sell another vegetables or food, you can still run your business smoothly. But if you find the one thing that everyone need, but currently everyone doesn't know where to find it, you can make your product and you can sell that product, and eventually a lot of people will come to your store and buy for that certain special thing that everyone needs. Like for example, everyone is looking for maybe the cheapest smartphone stores. So there's not much cheap smartphone stores out there, but you can make one. And I'm telling you, if you just make it a little bit cheaper, you can make your business bigger just by doing that. For the second one is designing and making a website for your store. So by making a website, everyone in the whole world even can know your store, which could make your store to become a global or international store. And the more people that knows your store, the more buyer you can get. So this is actually a simple thing, but it does do a lot, improve your marketing a lot. And then even if you make a website, that doesn't mean you can always say, for example, like Google, when you search for something, you usually look for the first one that came on the list. And in order to get your website to the top of the list, you must have a little bit of more effort, which is the more viewers they get, the more viewers that view the website, the better it gets. So Google actually filter the lists by views. So any kind of views, any kind of website that has a lot of views, Google will put that website into the top of the list. And how do we make yourself being seen? This goes to the next one. And for the last one, which is number third, is establishing an expert reputation for yourself. As you already heard before this, which is at the number 2 spot, people won't know unless you actually show yourself. And if you want everyone to acknowledge you, of course you have to do something to make them see that you're here, you're making a store. And one of the ways is to make a good reputation for yourself. Say for example, you make a website and the first thing you do is just recommend you to any one of your friends, just so that, hey, coincidentally, that the friend of yours actually wanna buy your product. It could happen, and maybe you can ask them to share this website to their friends or their family and many more, or they could just do it themselves. And I guess that's it for this short video. I hope this helps you in your life and as a product seller. And I'm going to end it here. See you guys in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey, and with welcome back to my channel, Idea and Arfan. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you something important that you will probably use in your future endeavors. And that is about the best ways to make an online class. Why is this important? Because the answer is this year, or maybe a couple years from now, starting from now, there is a pandemic, and it's pretty bad in this current situation, and everyone's been having a hard time making money. Someone tried to be a teacher from online class, someone tried to make an online class, and so on and so forth. But what I realized is that someone is kind of having a hard time making an online class. Or what I do realize is someone is actually like not giving their maximum potential in their online class. So I'm here to help you guys, well, the viewers, something that I learned when I made an online class. Now, without further ado, the first one is finding a theme. Now, this is actually finding a theme is usually estimated by a lot of people. Like, this is just too easy that people starts to like don't give a damn about it. But this is important. If you want to make an online class, this is the first thing that you have to do. And if you're asking, why do I need to find a theme? I mean, a theme could just pop out of nowhere. Yes, that's true, but if you only pick a theme but you don't focus in it, you will have a really bad result when you're doing the class. And as you can see, finding a theme is used for avoiding different explanations. For example, if you're making an online class about coding, then if you found a theme which is coding stuff, you will not explain something else, like suddenly you explain about how to make a robot, although it's connected to your original subject, which is coding, since robot needs coding to operate, but it's still a different subject. Another example is if you're giving a lesson about how to speak Japanese, and suddenly you change the subject into how to study English even more. That is a problem if you did that. And the other use is to minimize your work to find the context. If you found a theme already, then that's great. You don't have to search the internet for a lot of stuff. You just have to search a subject that is connected to your theme. So if you're going to make an online class about Japanese stuff, then what you have to search in Google is you just have to search all Japanese tricks and tips on how to learn and read, or just order a book and download a book for you to share screen with your students. There are lots and lots more usefulness from finding a theme itself. And this is only the first one. The other one is, according to my experience. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I made a online class a couple months ago about Microsoft Excel, where it's about, what is it? Oh yeah, it's about Microsoft Excel dashboard. See, that is one of the examples of minimizing your work of avoiding different explanation. That what I just did there, the one that I just told you about, the about I made a class a couple months ago. That is one of the examples. Like I go from finding a theme about how to make an online class to my experience to making an online class. That is one of the reasons. And that is why finding a theme is important when you're making an online class. And there are all all kinds of classes. There are games like how to win in a particular game, or even how to make a game a really really good game as a programmer. That is also a thing. You can make a class about how to make a good game. And another one is psychology. My mom is working as a psychologist, and I don't know if she is having a hard time, but not. I hope not. I hope my mom doesn't have a hard time. But as a psychologist, she must know what her patient's problem is, and in order to do that, she can do a call, or she can actually do a voice call, or even make a meeting so they could interact with each other, although it's from online. And of course, as students and teachers, you already know this one, that is school classes. Like, well, my school right now. I am currently studying in IDN boarding school, and since February, ugh. Since that time, the school is closed because of the pandemic, and we are ordered to go back home, and we are also ordered uh, to study home. At first, we use Zoom, and then for some reason we changed into Microsoft Google Meet. Oh wait, that's not Microsoft actually. It's Google Meet. Yeah, those are a few examples of the classes. So you can just find a topic, found something to make the class to make it easier for you. And then there's create an advertisement. This is one of the important thing in order to make your class viewed by a lot of people. Like, people doesn't go by themselves to your class if they don't even know that your class exists. So you have to create an advertisement. And when creating an ad, try to make the advertisement as interesting as possible. If you make like a normal advertisement, something that everyone already see over and over again, there is, well, you can still get some viewers and participants, but it will not be much. On the other hand, if you make a great advertisement and an interesting advertisement, you will have a lot of participants even on your first day of becoming a trainer, an online trainer. And one of the other things that I have to warn you when making advertisement is you don't use too much colors. If you use too much color, sometimes the participants or the viewers will have a hard time of looking at the important stuff. For example, like the date, the exact time, and the day, and all sorts of things. Now I'm going to show you an example of a bad advertisement. This is one of the bad advertisement. See, even the advertisement is bad, like AVRIME, and at the right you can see that I made a don't do this, which is, that's true. I don't want you guys to make something like this. Don't use too much color in your advertisement. The people that see your advertisement will get disturbed, or even something like I said before, they kind of have a hard time knowing the important parts. And because it's rainbow color, the same reason would apply. So try not to do this. And as you can see, this is one of the good advertisement. It's only yellow color and black with a little bit of blue and white. But as you can see, this is a tournament advertisement, and you can clearly see that the first gets 2 million, and the second winner gets 1 million, and the third is, it's still blank. I can see that. But this is the example of a good advertisement. You don't have to put too much text. You just have to put the title, like the name of your class, and just a little bit of designing, which I believe you all can have an online class about designing, which I should recommend you go and join the class. It's pretty good. But yeah, advertisement is also good. The next part is publish your advertisement. Now I know, you all guys already know that if you make an ad, you have to publish it. But I'm still going to say that anyway, because just in case that you forgot to publish your advertisement, so yeah, I'm just going to post this. Publish your ad in YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, etc. If you have a friend, you can invite them, and who knows, maybe they'll just join for fun, or they just going join you because they are pity of you. Maybe, you never know. And maybe they'll just join. Actually, they join because they want to know something, but coincidentally, your friend needs it. We never know. So if you have a friend or colleagues or someone important to you, someone close, just invite them to join your class. And be sure, after you invite them, now this is one of the trick, make sure after you invite them, you tell them to share this ad to their friends or group. And I've seen a couple ads that actually interested me. I've seen a couple ads about it's an online class, and it was from WhatsApp. It's from, yeah, the application called WhatsApp. Basically, what the writer tells us to do is you have to, after I read it, I have to post this on 5 groups if you have 5 groups, and then you have to pay, and you have to give the confirmation that you have already paid to the one that is making the class. That is one of the best solutions for you to get more viewers, because if no one is sharing and very few people knows about your class, you will get even more fewer people. On the other hand, if you actually tell someone that, hey, I'm making this class, and I would you like to join? And if they say, oh sure, I'm going to join this class, it's pretty interesting, then you must say, please share this ad to your friend or nakama or whatever. It will help you grow exponentially. It's a great trick for you to get more viewers. And I know that YouTube actually needs, you have to pay. I don't know where you should pay in order for your ad to be published in YouTube, but it's also a good way to publish your advertisement. And then there's Twitter. Well, I don't play Twitter that much, so just publish it. Facebook, Instagram, every social media you know. And remember to always make them share your work, your class. And then there is also train yourself. Now, after your participants join and they already paid for you, they, who knows, maybe they wasted, they are leaving something important in order to join your class. You never know. And 100%, I am 100% sure that your participants is expecting the best of you. And you must also realize that you you must know why does people join my class. If it's about something educational, of course the reason would be because they want to learn something from you. They want to learn something that they haven't known, or that they have known for the first time. Then what? In order for you to be at your participants' expectations, you have to train yourself. Like what I did in when I made an online class. Uh, Actually, I was told by my father that once once in a while he trained in the bathroom, or whenever he sees a mirror, they they whenever I see a mirror, I kind of train my expressions. What do I look like when I'm smiling to my participants? What do I look like when I'm angry? And much more. And you can also voice record yourself, just to make sure that uh, maybe your voice is not, jumbled up, or your voice is at the correct volume. That is also part of training yourself. And also, you need to review your subject. And this is also important, because if you don't review your subject, you will mostly forget. Like, you know that this next slide will be this, but sometime later you forgot, what happens next, something like that. That could happen. So review your slide carefully, And of course, you can do recording and mirror training. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make spicy and chili. And without further ado, let us get into the video. For the ingredients, I'm going to use 5 pieces of chili and tomato, and also terasi. And to make it better, I'm going to use royco and some salt. The first thing you have to do is to wash the chili, and in order to make it healthy, so the first step is to cut just the top of the chili to make sure that we don't need the root. Then we're going to slice the tomato into smaller pieces. And after that, we have to cook it. The reason is because we want all of our ingredients to be soft enough for us to break it into small pieces in this crusher. First is we're going to put blue band in it, in the frying pan. And we are going to wait a couple seconds until the blue band is melted, and after that we're going to put our ingredients into the frying pan. We're going to cook it until you think it's soft enough, and then we're going to go to the next phase, that is to destroy and mix our ingredients with salt and other stuff. I think it's pretty soft, as you guys can see, and let us go to the next phase. The next thing is we're going to destroy it and flatten it with this thing, and to make it even more spicy, I'm going to add terasi. And you only need just 1 pinch of your finger. You don't need too much. And I'm going to put the salt just to make it have a little bit flavor. And also royco. And here is the end result of your chili. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And the last I will say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright guys, welcome back with me, and today I'm going to we are going to plant we're going to do planting video, and what we got here is a rock wool. My little sister, oh yeah, I'm going to make this video with my two sisters.
One more is late.
Oh, 3. It's my cousin too.
Yeah, she's right. You're the only one that is a boy.
Yeah, so in this video I'm going to be planting chili. As you can see here, hold on. Come on. Yeah, it's a chili. And my little sister Safira is going to plant tomatoes. And yeah, my other sister is going to plant pickles. So moving on, let's start with the first phase, and that is to just dip this rock wool into water. This is the water, see? Just dip it right in. And after that, you're going to need a lidi. What do you need this thing for? It's to make a hole. That's from the broom. So I'm going to make a hole just in the middle here.
Or maybe I feel stab.
Okay, so I made 5 holes.
5 holes.
Now let's plant the seed.
Oh my god. Ada bulu. How do I plant it? Do I just take the seed and then put it in?
Yes.
Can I change the seed?
Seriously?
I want some celebrity.
Go ahead. Oh, I got one. There you go. That's 2. I need 3 more.
I'm putting most of the seed in here. Putting 3. 3 is the number. Okay.
Hey.
But it's not a lucky number, Ma. Why would you think 3 is not lucky? Because it's number 3. Number 3 is lucky. How do I plant this exactly, Ma?
Just plant it.
No, I meant this.
Oh, this is another technique. So here I have successfully planted 5 seeds.
3. A lot. Maybe.
Yeah, as you can see, 5 in each hole, if you can see it.
No sun is allowed.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it for about 3 until 4 days without sunlight. So don't put the rock wool with the seed. Yeah, just put it somewhere dark. don't let sunlight get it. In this case, I'm going to use this container.
Is it really?
And just, yeah, close it with everything you've got.
What exactly is that?
A wood, yeah.
What kind of wood?
A black square wood.
Okay, I think this is good enough. Yep. So anyways guys, I'm going to probably skip this time, and I'm going to see you guys again in the next 4 or 5 days. Yeah.
Bye.
So here is one of the examples of grown. Actually, it's not grown yet, but it is grown. This is, I think it's about 1 year old. Wait, 1 week's old, and 1 week's 1 weeks and 1 days old. And yeah, it's already grown enough. You see, as you can see, it already have leaves. I'm going to wait until it has 4 or 5 leaves, then I can change the place into the hydroponic. So for now, because I haven't do anything to this plant, and I should water it and give it sunlight for about 2 until 3 hours. And let's get to the process. Ooh, unfortunately, the sunlight is not here. I think I'm just going to put it somewhere over here, maybe. And yeah, I'm going to water it at least until the rock wool is smooth. Okay guys, welcome back with me, and in this video I'm going to watch a video, and I'm going to give my expressions and my thoughts about it, and in the end I'm going to give a conclusion about this video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Oh, it's just can't believe we're actually eating it. As it
Itong trabaho ko, mga 5 buwan na po. Pumunta ako tanghali mga alas 12. Hanggang ngayon, nandito ako. Sa isang linggo po, pag nakapagpakilo po ang bossing ko, bigyan ako ng 300. Okay na rin po kahit pa paano nakaka-resolve sa mga pangangailangan ko sa pagkain, panggasto sa bahay, makabili man lang ng bigas, ulam.
Yeah, so you guys have to be grateful because you're living in a good life.
25 po. 25.
You have to be grateful that you don't have the same fate as them.
Pupunta pa ako ng palengke. Bibili pa ako ng ng mga panahong. Tulad ng mga bawang, ganyan, mga sibuyas.
That's a big
Pinipilihan
market.
ko siya. Yung tinatanggal ko yung mga buto. Mukha nito. Yan, ganyan. Tinatanggal ko yan.
Bisa di-cut.
Kasi para ito na lang matitira mga ganito mga laman. Tapos sinugasan ko siya. Pagkahugas ko, kumukulo na yung
Can't
aking
believe that
sarsa
you're
doon.
actually eating it though.
Ilalagay ko siya doon. Isang mangkok ng ganyan, 10 pesos.
What a hardworking man.
Kaya lang po ako kumakain. Masarap. Masarap kumain. Dito po sa pwesto na to po. Malinis po to, dinugasan na maigi.
Comes that?
Kaya marami pong bibili pagpag dito. Tibayan lang po ng sipura kung kaya ng malinis o marumi. Kami, sanay na po kami rito Ay po, ganyan po talaga, ang kaya Pag puro pagpag Hanggat nandito po kami, kakain na pa rin yung pagpag.
Wow, that's a really good video. And actually, I have a lot to discuss about the conclusion. So, but before I go to the conclusion, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice. Always be grateful because not everyone could live like you. You're different, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself better than others.
I'm ready. Let's
Okay.
start.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
This is Arfan as your moderator. And welcome to this interview session. Today we have actually supposed to be four interviewer, but because the only one already joined is Alif, so we're going to start with Alif. And this interview is going to be 20 minutes long, so each interviewer has 5 minutes. So without further ado, let's start this session with Alif from TKJ.
Ini langsung nanya aja.
Yes.
Oke, hello, Mister.
Hi Alif.
Hai. My name is Ali Fauzi, and you are from India, right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes. How long have you lived in Indonesia?
Almost 18 years now.
Since uh
2002.
oh, so what is the difference live in Indonesia and live in India?
Well, yeah, I spent half of my life in India and the remaining half in Indonesia. So, uh, a lot of differences and lot of similarities. Differences are India is very fast, very crowded, and all the people are in rush, want
Uh,
to catch something or other. Indonesia is compared to India little crowded, and people are little bit more calm here, very more quiet and not in hurry. So more peaceful in Indonesia compared to India, in my opinion.
okay. The different people in Indonesia and India.
Yeah, Indonesian
Oh,
people are very quiet,
oh,
and very disciplined,
oh.
very nice, well behaved. So I would say uh, much better compared to India.
Uh, what's your first impression when come to Indonesia?
Well, my first impression was horrible because I didn't know the language, so I have no idea that what am I going to do here. As when the driver received me and took me to the home, and then there is maid, nobody can understand English. So the first few days were like
Uh,
shocking, and then it became.
and in your profile, you have achievement. Can you tell me how you achieve your certification? And are your certificate help you to be who you are right now?
Well, my friends, all certifications that you do, they will help you some way or other, sooner or later. And the more qualification you have, the more skills you have, the more chance you have to get the job and then get promotions. You always have to try hard to go above the scale. It's changing your profile. It's changing your job. So guarantees all certificates somewhere in your life will help you because they are kind of proof of your skills. You may know so many things, but you can tell that if I did this, then this, so that helps to show your qualification. So certificate that you they will help. Tell me if I speak faster. Yeah, I'm trying to be as slow as possible compared to team in English.
Okay.
Let me know if yeah, I will slow there.
And back to your profile guide. Uh, you are tower lead ERP, right?
Yes, right.
Can you explain what it is?
Well, I'm Tower Lead ERP. Actually, I'm working in IBM, and I'm handling Indosat project. And my profile is to manage the SAP of Indosat operations, all operations, all on ERP on SAP. If they have any issue, any trouble, any problem, they log ticket to us. and then we have to resolve it within a specific time. Now, I'm a tower lead. I have a team over handling millions of assets. So my job is resolve the issues immediately within the timeline and support
Hmm.
Okay, a little problem here.
Disconnect ya.
Oke, ditunggu dulu.
think we had some disturbance and now I'm back.
What you're studying at South Gujarat University, right?
Yes.
Would you share a story about it and why you study there?
Well, South Gujarat University is the nearest university in my hometown. So after we finished our high school, the best thing to do finish your graduation is to join South Gujarat University, and at one of the very reputed university in Gujarat. I'm from Gujarat, which is one of the province of India. So it's South Gujarat University is one of the best university in Gujarat, and that's why we choose to do graduation from South Gujarat University.
Can you tell me the best university in India for IT?
Best university for India is for IT is actually if you say best, it is IIT, okay, Indian Institute of Technology.
Okay.
And there are two best universities, IIT and IIM, Indian Institute of Management and Indian Institute of Technology. These are the globally reputed universities, and it's very difficult to get even admission in that university, but they are the best. The moment you take admission, your job is confirmed.
Uh, can you tell me how to be a good leader
Uh, to
to
be
lead
a
your
good leader, one simple key is there, that listen more and speak less. The job of leader is to listen to all the inputs, analyze them, and give them simple guidance that okay, this is right, do this. So more the leader listens to all the subordinates, better decision it can take, and the team will work in better harmony if you listen to everybody. So from me, best leader, they listen more and speak less.
Okay, maybe that's all my question. Fun.
Okay, so thank you for the questions and also the answers from Mr. Arif. So we are moving on to Adip Aulia, and he already joined a few minutes ago.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
let's
thank
start,
you.
Adip.
Okay. I have three questions. Maybe that's not too easy. So first question. So I've seen on your LinkedIn profile that you really have skill on Microsoft Server, and for now, I really interested for studying Server and maybe Microsoft Server. So for me as a beginner, what would you like to tell me? Where is the hardest and the easiest part for study? And also, can you give me a reason why I should choose Microsoft Server? That's for the first question. The improvement.
Okay,
Okay.
we are back again.
I think he disconnected. Can you repeat the question?
Uh, okay. I think my internet is not.
Yeah,
Ada.
because
Okay.
I think since the time Adib joined, there is so many disturbance. Yeah, Adib, because of you. No, I'm just kidding. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Repeat the question, Adip.
Okay. So I've seen in your LinkedIn profile that you have a skill on Microsoft Server, and for now, I'm really interested for studying server. So actually, maybe Microsoft Server. So for me as a beginner, would you like to tell me where is the hardest and easiest part for study? And also, can you give me a reason why I should choose Microsoft Server than any server?
Well, I studied Microsoft servers long back in year 2000, in the beginning of 2000.
Mm,
It's actually not that you want to study or you should study Microsoft servers. Number one, you must know what is your interest. Yeah,
oh,
your interest area, because if you follow your interest area you will do much better. So number one, are you interested in servers? Okay, yes. Are you are interested in which servers? Because you are now, I studied in 2000, you are in 2020. It's a 20 years
mm,
difference.
oh,
So you have to see that now in 2020, which servers are in demand. Yeah, because the things have changed totally. Now it's all big data, Internet of Things, and so many big things. So uh, there might be Microsoft servers not enough. You might have to do some other platforms, or even in Microsoft also the technology might have changed from at my time Windows NT, now
mm,
the latest series of servers.
all right,
So
right.
according to your interest, number one, which area you like, and two, what is in demand currently, which servers are in demand. And for that you have to read more, you have to keep yourself updated about the industry trends and the current scenarios. Yeah, so I will not say that because I did Windows server you do Windows server. You can do something that like you like and that is in demand.
Okay, I know. And for next question, so I've also read from your recommendation section on your LinkedIn that you have a very good leadership. So how you inspire all people to become in one mind for doing something, and also inspire them to reach what they want, and how to become a good leader that admired by people.
uh, Actually that's very simple also and very difficult also. Simple in the sense, if you are a leader, don't behave like a leader, number one.
Mm,
Okay, don't behave like a leader, be part of the team. Yeah, try to understand the people around you, reach to their frequency, how they understand the things, talk to them in their language. Because if you feel like you are leader and you just give orders, people will not give their 100%, they will just follow orders and
oh,
do whatever they can. But if you go to their level, understand them, and tell them how you want and what you want, they will do it much better, they'll give their 101%. And
oh,
that's how you achieve your goal also. You are admired by people because they feel like you are one of them, you are not leader, you are not somebody, like you are not a bossy kind of person. So don't be
oh, right,
bossy, don't be
right.
bossy, be part of the team and provide guidance. Respect is important, which you cannot command or you cannot demand. Say, don't respect me, I'm your boss, not like that. with your work, with your attitude, automatically people will start respecting you. Okay, so that's what the key is for a good leader. Be a part of the team and try to provide proper guidance to your team.
Okay, thank you very much. And for my last question, so in the future, I want to work on IT job that works on professional. So do you have any recommendation which job that I should take so I can prepare it from now? So in this time, I have learned about basic networking. So
Okay.
maybe something job that uh, related to networking, maybe.
Actually, networking is and will be the most in demand thing in the future. Because the advancement of our networks and the systems and the cloud and all those things, it's all required connectivity, right? So you
Mm,
are in the right stream, in the right direction. Now, what job? It depends on your qualification, that is networking, and the second is your skills, how good you are. Yeah, in networking you can go for network administration, you can go for cloud, you can go for network security. Yeah, so there are various streams. Now you have to focus on one thing. Study all, but focus on one thing. Anything that you study will help you, but your specialization. Okay, I am specialist in cloud networking, I am specialist in network security, I am specialist in networking. So you decide what you want. Study everything, but one specialty. Okay,
oh, okay.
networking is totally in demand, so don't worry. Getting job will not be difficult, but you have to make sure that you are different than others. Different than others, how? You have some speciality. Everybody is networking certified, everybody has cleared their school or college, but if you have something different, you are more chance to get the job. And also, when you go to interview, feel confident, and when you answer confidently, so that person can see in your eyes that, oh, this is the right person that I want.
Okay, thank you very much. That was all of my questions.
Most welcome.
Okay, for the next interviewer is supposed to be Adith, but because he is feeling sick right now, maybe Kenzi Hara Al Fatih want to do the interview.
Okay.
Cek. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, Mr. Arif, I wanna ask you some little bit of question. The first one, uh, wait, where is Mr. Arif, specialist in what field?
Actually, I'm working from last over 20 years. So actually, I have traveled from being a trainer to a programmer to a networking specialist to now currently I am into SAP. I'm a SAP consultant. So the currently, if you ask me, I'm a SAP consultant. SAP, which is ERP system.
So, how many certificates you have?
So far, I have so many certificates. I have all the certifications from Microsoft networking, Microsoft software development. I
Mhm.
have certification from Sun Microsystem Java as a developer.
Oh,
I also have certification from DB2 for database. So initially, actually, just when in your age, I used to do all the certifications, but now I don't need any certification because with experience and with the time, people don't ask for certificate. They just see how qualified you are. But like you in the beginning, you have to show as many certificate as possible to prove that you are the best candidate.
So do you have a Cisco certificate, for example, like CCNA or maybe CCNP?
No,
Oh no. Okay,
no,
okay.
I didn't go for Cisco. I stopped at Windows NT system administration. Didn't go
Oh,
for Cisco at that time because I moved to software development. Again, uh, maybe out of your question, but for all of you, I initially did all networking certification, and then I moved to development. Why? Because networking I did because somebody told me that you go for networking, it's very good for getting job. So I did all certification from Microsoft. But then I realized that I am better in programming. Actually,
oh,
that's what internally my skills are. So I shift to net programming, and then I all did all the programming certifications, and then I started programming. So that's what my earlier suggestion to all of you: choose carefully, depending on your interest, what you like.
okay, okay. So where do you work now?
I'm working with IBM now.
IBM. Okay, thank you, Mister.
Most welcome.
Okay, thank you very much for from Kenzie for the questions. And does Mr. Arif actually have a question for all of the interviewers, maybe?
Of course, I have actually that we should have done in the beginning. I want to know what you all are doing.
Okay, I'm going to answer first.
Mm.
What I'm doing right now is actually I'm currently studying about maybe Microsoft, either it's Microsoft Excel or maybe PowerPoint, because one of my teachers said that other teachers are asking for someone to make a class
Mm.
for their own students. So currently I'm actually making a flyer for maybe teaching the students.
Very good. And what you are, which class you are in, or you are in which university? Actually, I don't know much about that.
Actually, I'm at high school. Currently,
Okay.
I'm studying at IDN and IT school, and
Okay.
it's boarding school. So I actually live there.
Okay. Very good. So all of you are in high school now?
Yes.
Ah. Okay. Okay. So is it some assignment from high school to conduct an interview, something like that?
Yeah, this is actually an assignment, but also as to improve our English.
Yeah, so actually that's what we should do. Let's all talk together. Speak English without reading. Actually, so all of you were reading questions. Not fair. I am answering without reading and you are asking me all by reading questions. Huh? So let's practice some English. You know, we have the interview is over. Yeah, you can stop recording. It's okay. But no, just talk freely. Just talk something. Ask something without reading. Long
Okay.
question, yeah, not short question.
Someone wanna talk, maybe Alif or Adit, maybe?
Or all talk together, no problem. Let's have an open house.
Actually, when you first started coding, do you have the basics like yeah, like the basics of coding? I mean, how do you get similar to the codes? Like there are different
Uh,
kinds of codes.
Actually, I have done software engineering. So when you study software engineering, they teach everything, right? Little bit of everything. They teach you programming, they teach you networking, they teach you database, they teach you everything, but not in full detail. Okay, so I learned basics of coding from my studies, and that time when we do some projects and all. So I was like, my logical thinking is more better. I feel like that. So that's where, if you are good logically, if you can think of solutions, then programming is best for you. Okay. If you cannot think logically, actually you have to be honest to yourself. If there is any problem, are you able to find the solution immediately, or you ask your friend, hey, gimana nih ini gimana? That means you are not able to solve by yourself. You need somebody's help. Don't go for programming. So the programmers, they by nature, they have their thinking mind work, and they immediately try to find some alternatives. That is key to go for programming. So coding I learned from my software engineering course, and then uh, I know that I'm good in programming, and then I did some software certifications, and I developed some program. Actually, the one of the question, what was my best project? I would like to talk about my best project as a programmer. So my best project is I made a system for Nestle Indonesia with a business intelligence software. What was that business intelligence software? Is about Nestle has so many agencies to supply their products. You know, Nestle has so many products. Yeah. So what was there the program do? That it will analyze the supply chain and tell that which area is handled by which salesman, what is the product in demand in that area, how much he sell in last 1 month. So based on that business intelligence data, Nestle will make a complete new decision that we have to increase this product or increase a new variety in this product because this product is in demand, or this area is in more demand, so they put another salesman there, or this area is poor, so they change the salesman, or they change the promotion there and give a new promotion in that area. So that product that I made, a bit business intelligence software for their supply chain management, is, I guess so far, is one of my best product that I have done.
Nestle is some milk, right?
It's not milk. Nestle is a big company. It creates so many things.
Oh.
Yeah, milk powder, chocolate powders, and many other
Beer brand.
things. Yeah, correct. Beer brand.
So maybe the others could talk.
Yeah. Come on, it's open house. Just feel free to talk.
Oh, hello, Naval.
Oh, hello.
Adib, tell me.
You wanna do interview?
Oh.
Hello, Mister. I'm
Okay.
sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late.
You get punishment if you are late.
I'm sorry. Push up. It's problem.
So, Naval, you can probably introduce yourself. Okay, he's gone.
It's gone. By the way, this Adib, how did you crop all this and only see your face and the background is something else?
Actually, it uses virtual background.
Okay.
So in Zoom there is a virtual background, so you can add a virtual background behind your face.
I never tried that. Okay, good. So there is some feature available in Zoom, huh?
Yes, it's in the video.
Okay. So by the time Nofal is getting ready.
Yeah, he's gone again.
Oh, he's gone again.
Hello, Naval.
Halo. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me introduce myself.
Okay.
My name is Noval Syamil. I'm from Jakarta, and I am a student of SMK Indian boarding school, like them. Okay.
Okay, Naufal,
I'm
good.
15 years old. Yeah, just that. Thank you.
Okay, Naufal, go ahead. You want to ask something?
No.
Okay. You seriously not going to ask, Novel?
I'm sorry, Mr. because my English is very bad.
Yeah, you can use translate in Google.
No. You speak bad English. No problem. I will understand.
Yeah, so this is the actually training session. Jadi mau ngomong apa aja boleh.
We learn from our mistakes, so don't be afraid of making mistakes. Make mistakes, but learn from it. That is the key.
Okay, I have one question for you, Mr. Arif.
Yeah.
Before that, I want to know where are you from, Mr.
I'm from India.
Oh. What is your job?
I'm working in IBM as a SAP consultant.
Maybe
You
for
guys
my
do you all know what is SAP?
No.
No. SAP is ERP system. Do you know what is ERP?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. So good. Just be honest. What happens that every company, yeah, they have so many departments. They have accounting department, they have purchase department, they have sales department, they have HR, yeah, they have so many other departments working together in a big company. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Now, if they want to computerize everything, they have to buy some software. Earlier, people used to use Excel, make everything in Excel. Then for accounting, they use some accounting package, and for production, they use another software. So there are so many different softwares to handle different things. Yeah, but this ERP, which is short form of Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP. Yeah, these enterprise resource planning are the new package software. Like Microsoft Office is one package, right? You have Word for doing typing, Excel for calculation, you have PowerPoint for presentation, you have Access for database, right? One package. Similarly, for companies, for big companies, these ERP systems are one package, and in that one package, all this accounting, sales, distribution, finance, HR, projects, what is that, inventory, go downs, everything is all combined together in one package, which is called ERP system. ERP system, there are so many. Oracle has its own ERP system. Microsoft has its own ERP system, and one of them is SAP. SAP. SAP is the product which provides one package for the all company, full company. So I'm working right now taking care of Indosat. You know, Indosat is a big company,
Yep.
big telecommunication company. All their operations, their entire financing, accounting, HR, projects, everything is handled by one system, which is SAP. Yeah. It's like thousands of employees, thousands of galleries they have around Indonesia, and all the daily transactions of billions of rupiah, trillions of rupiah every day. People recharge voucher and everything. Everything is handled within one system. That big system, not like Microsoft Office. Okay, so that is SAP, and my job is to make sure that all Indosat people who are working, if they have any problem in the system, they will make a question to me. Please help, we are not able to create invoice. Please help, we are not able to create bill. Please help, we are not able to request for holiday. Please help, we are not able to get salary. That on daily basis, my team will take the request and immediately try to solve the problem from remote, from home. We are not going to Indosat. We are sitting in our office and helping them. That's what technology is. Yeah, so that's what I am doing, my friend. I am working in IBM and managing SAP system of Indosat. Novel rempong banget ya kayaknya.
Emang.
Mister bisa bahasa Indonesia, Mister?
Yes, bisa.
Waduh.
Ya.
Saya bisa bahasa Indonesia, Novel harus bisa bahasa Inggris juga.
Pakai bahasa India, Pak.
Hah?
Kalau pakai bahasa India nanya.
Ya kalau bahasa Indonesia apalagi?
Bahasa India, waduh.
Guys, English.
Okay, do you have any more question, Naufal?
Okay, I'm going to ask. You see, in our school program, maybe around 12th grade, there is a program called working. So all the students have to work and get back to the school after a couple of months.
Okay.
So my question is, when you first trying to get a job, what was it like? How do you get the job? Do you does the boss actually call you into the office room and having an interview session?
Yeah, most of the time in the beginning, always like that. But I tell you my story, how I started. I started, actually I studied in Aptech. You can ask Mr. Bambang, he knows Aptech well. Okay. One of the alumni. I also studied in Aptech. And what happened that after I finished only 4 semesters, 2 years, Aptech offered that you're very good. Can you just go and do some work in another Aptech while studying? Keep studying and do the other work. And I accepted that. So I study in the morning, and evening I go to another Aptech for become assistant there, just assistant trainee. So no interview, right? They know me, and then because they see my performance, they tell me, okay, you go and do that. So when I finish my study, I become full-time trainer at this Aptech from where I was trainee. I worked for 3 years there, and I become so much confident. Then I moved to another city, and there goes the interview. The boss called me, and he asked me, what you know about this, how you know about this, can you do this, can you do that? Okay, kind of interview. Okay. So that is one interview that I got job. Then there was another interview I got. That is my third job is Indonesia. Somebody from Indonesia needed trainer in Bandung. So they interview me. Okay, they ask me some questions about how is your experience, how which subject you can teach and all that. And then they invited me to Indonesia. So I came to Indonesia first time because I got job here. But most of the time, I tell you, interviews are more, what you can say, more longer if you are not able to answer. If you are able to answer questions properly, interview will be short. They will not ask you many questions. Yeah, it's like uh, they say, introduce yourself. If you give a good introduction, half of their questions will go. No need to ask. He is very confident person. So first thing you learn is to how well you can introduce yourself. Good morning, sir. My name is this and that, and I've studied in this school, and my specialization is this technologies, because I know these technologies are in demand currently. Blah 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 blah. The way you speak, they feel like, oh, he's a smart guy. Don't need to ask many questions. So half battle you win there when you start.
So it depends when at the start of the question.
Correct. In the beginning only, in your introduction, if you are confident, if you show confidence on your face, okay, they will not ask many. But if you, I know you, my name is Naufal and I'm studying there, and then you stop. And he said, okay, I ask you to introduce yourself, say something more. Then if you don't speak much, then he'll say, okay, now let me ask you, if you can don't speak, okay, do you know this, do you know that, do you know this, do you know that, how much experience, and then you are gone. You know, like there is one saying, like first impression is last impression. So create first impression. The way you first open your mouth, you have to speak straight, plain words, very smart words you have to use, something like that. If answer also, you can answer it without knowing answer.
Wait, how do you do that?
How do you do that, right? That's smart thing. If you don't know the answer, you have to you know what, divert the question to some other topic that you know very smartly, without saying that I don't know about this. Like if say, do you know DB2 database? I ask you, for example, you don't know DB2 database, right? You say, no, sir, I don't know DB2 database. Don't do that. Oh, databases are very important. No, they are the most important part of any application or any organization, because without data, organization cannot function. So, any database, whether it is DB2 or my SQL server that you know, or Access that you know, okay, they are very important. In SQL, we can do this and that. So you didn't say that I don't know DB2. You talk about database and then you move to SQL server. Okay. The person also understand that, but he will appreciate your smartness, like that.
Somebody else wanna ask maybe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe.
Okay,
Okay, Z.
one question. Okay. Mister, what are you doing right now? We all know that the world has been dared by coronaviruses. So, what do you do to fill your time?
It's very boring. Actually, we work from home, so like I always sit in front of my laptop all day to check the progress, whatever we are doing. But other than that, it's like you are not going anywhere. Morning, you wake up, you are sitting on your chair or bed, and then evening you sleep again and eat and sleep, eat and sleep. Not at
Yeah,
all
that's
good.
me.
Yeah, not at all good. And that's what you are supposed to do. You are not supposed to go out. You're not supposed to do anything to be safe from this virus. So not good for you guys also, who are studying. But what can we do? The situation is like that. Survival is the only option we have currently, and later maybe we can correct all those lost time that we have in this pandemic. But currently, yeah, it's sleep, eat, and then do work. But work also, it's not same like you work in office. You talk to so many people. You have so many meetings. You have so many reportings. Now it's all like If there is issue, you solve that and then you sit and wait. Not good at all.
Okay, Dito actually already got in the last interviewer. So
Mm.
maybe let's start with introducing yourself, Dito.
Where is Dita?
Dito, your mic.
Oh yeah. Okay. My name is Satria Amrudita. I'm from XRPLA on Vocational High School IDN.
Okay.
Mm,
Good. Nice to meet you, Dito.
what?
Nice to meet you, Dito.
Okay. Sorry. I have a low connections in here.
No problem. We understand that.
Okay. Okay. Can I have questions for you?
Please go ahead. Ask me.
Okay. The first is what do you work as?
I work as a consultant in IBM. Consultant from for SAP.
Okay. Okay. The most valuable experience in the job.
The most valuable experience in the job,
Yeah.
actually, every day is valuable, but like just recently we had this uh, Labaran festival. So in Labaran festival, we have very high transactions in our systems, very high transaction because so many people using mobile phones and charging their data package and everything. So for us, if Labaran season goes without any incident, any issue, any trouble, that is big achievement for us. Okay. And that we are doing from last 4 years under my supervision. So the last Labaran also we had zero incidents, no issue in our system. So that was one of the satisfying experience when finish your season in
Okay. The third questions there is preferred to live in areas where you can easily get a job.
come again. Can you repeat your question?
My third questions.
Repeat. Ulang lagi, ulang.
Okay. Prefer to live in areas where you can easily get a job.
Uh, I don't understand. Can somebody help me with this question? Previously, he said previously,
Like
right?
choose to live in the area where you can easy to get a job.
Oh, actually, it depends on the. It keeps changing. Which area in demand? Yeah, which area you have more jobs? It's not always same. Yeah, sometimes technology change. Sometimes new technology comes. Sometimes platform change. Yeah, like before, I tell you, give you one example. Before become BlackBerry programmer is like a top job with good salary, and suddenly BlackBerry closed, start, and Android came. Earlier, no Android was there, right? No Android system, only BlackBerry system. So all BlackBerry programmer have no jobs now. but all Android programmers are getting jobs. So jobs and the technologies are keep changing. Yeah, you can keep upgrading your skills time to time, learn new technologies, but your basics should be clear. Basics like either you are a programmer, or you are a database administrator, or you are a network administrator, or you are a security specialist, yeah, or you are a hardware specialist, right? One area you choose, and then in that area you learn the basic technologies, and the whatever new technology come, you add, you do more certifications, you get certified, then it makes it easy for getting the job. Right now, getting job is available in IT. All fields are available. Yeah. Now what you need is more certificates, more experience. You guys, when you go out, maybe life will be totally different by the time you finish your college or something. I don't know what new technology in the next 5 years. Everything will be changing. Yeah. So everything, the jobs are based on the time and the situation are keep changing.
Okay, okay. So the fourth questions there is the most per job in the area.
Most?
The most per job in the area.
The best job.
In which area?
Like what's ya? What? Um, on Indonesian like yang paling susah gitu.
Job?
Hardest job.
Hardest job?
Yeah, harder job.
Oh, there is nothing called hardest job. There is no hardest job. It's all depends on the skills, right? If you have skills and experience, nothing is hard. Nothing is at all. If I'm working in SAP, yeah, you give me the job security specialist, then it's hard for me, right? Not my skill. So if you put me in the network security, it's very hard for me. I have to read everything in Google and read so many books and try to find solution. But if you put me in SAP and there is any issue, I don't have to open book, I don't have to open Google, I know everything, so easy for me. Yeah, so there is no job hard or easy. It's all depend on the knowledge and the skill that you have. Nothing is hard, nothing at all.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
only just that for me for the question. Oh yeah, okay, I forget. Okay, maybe only just that.
Then you can ask in Indonesia, it's okay. I will answer.
What's your favorite food on Indonesians?
Indonesian food. I like tongseng. That's my favorite food. Tongseng ayam is my favorite food. But that when they make it on the coal, yeah.
Yeah.
Arang pakai arang masaknya yang with the manual thing. Nah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the best tongseng. I like tongseng very much.
So what I wanted to ask you. Did you always go to the our country, yeah. Did you always go to our country?
Maybe need to correct your question. Bahasa Indonesia coba biar aku bantu koreksi.
Uh, kayak sering ke luar negeri gitu loh.
Oh, out of country. I always go out of country. I'm from India. My parents, my sisters, brothers are all in India. So every year I go there. Number one, to meet them. Yearly mudik, like mudik. Yeah, I go to India for mudik. Not in Lebaran, on the December end. So, but for work, I work in India. I work in Indonesia. I work in Qatar,
Yeah.
Doha, Qatar, and also I work in Malaysia sometimes. So yeah, these are the 4 countries that I work in so far.
Okay. Maybe is it the last questions? Because I don't know why I want to ask again. So there more traffic in India or in Indonesian?
India, of course. Indonesia has 250 million population, and India has 1,400,000,000. That is almost 6 times more. Very crowded India, lot of traffic, lot of people, lot of noise, all the time. Yeah, so
How
very
about
crowded.
at night? Like
At
at
night,
12 o'clock?
uh,
Yeah.
even 12 o'clock also, India people sleep after 1 o'clock, after 12 o'clock to 1. Nobody sleep 9 o'clock like Indonesia in India. In India, they do dinner at
Okay.
9:30.
Okay.
9:30 is the normal dinner time in India. If you say 7 o'clock, I already sudah makan, they say, what are you talking about? How can you eat 7 o'clock? Okay, because 9:30, 10 o'clock is the normal dinner time, and then after that they sleep. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock they sleep, like that. Very different uh, lifestyle there. In Indonesia, we eat after Maghrib, maybe 7 o'clock, after Isha already we eat, and then maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock sleep, right?
Right.
It's very different. See, Dito, after asking few questions, you are now getting better, yeah. Maybe in the beginning you were nervous.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question, but before I ask, does anyone want to ask? Just ask anything that came to your mind.
Sir, I want to ask something.
Yeah.
So you say that we have to improve our skills. So how you improve your skills? I think your tips for improving our skills to become more better.
Good. Actually, to improve your skills, first thing, it should be something that you like. Yeah. If you like something, you read more about it and you practice more to improve. Two things. Sometimes reading can help, but only reading without practicing it will not give you permanent knowledge. Temporary, when you are reading, like we do reading for our exams. At that time we read everything, and then in exam we answer everything. But after 1 month, you forget all that.
Yeah.
Maybe if you take exam after 1 month, you cannot answer anything. Yeah. Same for skills. You read, then you practice it one more time, 1 or 2 times you practice, then it will become permanent here. Keep keep more and more detailed study, more and more detailed practicing. That will make you expert, but not the real expert. Yeah, in your mind that I'm expert. When you go to in the real field, when you go to job and face the real situation, that will make you perfect. If you are able to take the pressure, stress, and then you perform, use your knowledge and do something, then you get confidence. Okay, so studying and experience together becomes confidence. You only study, you don't get confidence. Okay, you cannot get experience without studying. So study, get experience, together you become confident, and then you say, I'm expert in this. Okay, bring on any interview, any challenge, any new project, I will do it. Yeah, so for your skills, keep practicing, keep reading, and try to get more and more detailed knowledge about it.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So my question is actually the same, but this time, do you have a tip or trick, or maybe suggestions so we can improve our English?
Only way to improve English is keep talking. You cannot learn English from book. I tell you one thing. Yeah, I don't know my English is good or not. Okay, you are the people to judge. But I studied in India until my graduation. Yeah, until S1 in India in regional language. Regional language means like Java. I'm from Gujarat, so I studied in Gujarati language. Zero English, no knowledge of English. At your age, I was not knowing even ABC of English. So how did I learn? When I joined my software engineering, unfortunately or fortunately, all books in English. All teachers will teach in English. So for first 6 months, I was like sitting in the last bench and try to understand what she is talking about. From there to now, the way I am speaking is all with the practice. Keep talking. You keep talking. The more you practice, the more you get confidence. The more words you get, your vocabulary will improve. Your pronunciation, actually, accent is also important. Yeah, sometimes we cannot speak properly. We know the word. Yeah, like previously, Dito had problem in saying previously. Okay, so how you improve on that? With practice. You have 5 people, make a Zoom call every day just to talk in English. Every day, 15 minutes call to speak English. Do it within 1 month. By the time you this corona finish, you are good in English. Make mistake, no problem. That's how I learned Bahasa Indonesia. When I came here, I didn't know anything about Bahasa Indonesia. I speak funny language in the beginning, so it was like people were laughing. Bahasa Indonesia yang ngarang sekali gitu. But it's okay. Let them laugh. Let them teach me. Let them correct me. Yeah. Now I can speak Bahasa Indonesia as good as you. So that is, and I learned that within maybe 6 months or 1 year, I was very good. You can ask Mr. Bambang. He can testify that because he's the one who has seen me from the beginning. Whether how we learn, how we improve, how we try to use very very funny when we speak Indonesia. Earlier it was like people were laughing, but keep trying. You can also do that. Keep trying English. Very important. Without English, you cannot survive. It's open market now. All foreign companies are coming. All people are going outside to work in other countries. Without English, not possible.
Okay, Mister.
Mm.
When you learn something and then you get lazy and bored, what do you do to get spirit to learn again?
Number one, when you learn something and then you get bored, that is something is maybe possibly you are learning something by force, not with your interest. Yeah, because if you learn something, for example, yeah, you are good in networking. You like networking, you like to connect cables and you like to connect setting ports and everything for networking. But then somebody say, oh, learn this programming, it's very good, and you get immediately you can make game. You start learning about that programming. Yeah, oh good, if I can learn this, I can make game. You start learning that. After some time you get bored because that is not your area. You don't like to think, you don't like to make a logic, you don't like programming, but you force yourself to do that, and that's where you get bored after some time. So put your efforts where your interest is, where your heart is. If you study something in networking, maybe you don't get bored, but that is another thing. If you think that you put maybe a 6 month practice and then now you get bored, yeah, that you have to try to do some practice on what you learn. Don't try to learn now new. Stop studying there. Whatever you study, try to make something based on that. Practice that. Automatically you will come to know, oh, I need to learn something more, I need to do something more, and then you continue. I repeat again, what you do, don't force yourself to study more if you lose interest. Whatever you study already, do some project to practice that. When you practice that, you are not studying new. The same thing you are practicing, maybe you get the idea that, oh, I think I need to add something this or something that, something new, and maybe you get your interest back and you continue like that. It happens most of the time. It's not that we make all correct decisions. Sometimes we make wrong decisions. Yeah, some decisions are right, some decisions are wrong. Yeah, so sometimes it's okay to leave it. Sometimes try to see if you can correct it and still continue. Take your decision. It happens in games also, right? When we play some games, after some time you get bored. Yeah, and then you say, oh, I don't want to play this game anymore.
Is there
Thank you, Mister.
more question?
Okay, may I ask question again?
Sure.
So, how many language can you use?
Not many. I can speak Hindi, which is Indian language. I can speak Gujarati, which is regional language. English, of course, and Indonesia. Maybe 4, not many. I'm trying to learn Java, but it's very difficult.
You can learn Java from Adib. Learn Java from Adib.
Achha, okay, Adib can teach me Java. Huh? Very difficult. I sit with my friends every night and then they speak in Javanese. But the problem is that I just listen to them. I don't practice. When I come back home, I speak Bahasa Indonesia, not Java. Same like you do English. We are talking right now, okay, in English. But after we finish this, you go back to Indonesia. You don't practice that. Okay, so and I have same thing happening to me. I'm when I sit with my friends in the evening, they talk in Bahasa Java, but after I come back, I don't practice it. It's taking long time to learn Bahasa Java.
Oh, I have a question.
Mm.
If, for example, like when you are studying Javanese, after you practice, you go back to Indonesian. And at some point, if you want to learn and practice that Java language, but there's no people who can speak Java,
Mm.
what do you do?
That's what my problem is when I come back. Why I go back to Indonesia? Because in my home nobody speaks Java. My wife don't speak Java. My kids don't speak Java. So I have nobody to speak Java. But I also don't have too much interest in learning Java currently because I can manage with Indonesia. If there is important for me, like I must learn Java, what I will do, okay, I will try to sit with my friends more often and practice more with them. Maybe at home not possible, but with my friends I can. So I should chat with them on WhatsApp in Bahasa Java, talk with them, participate more in talking Bahasa Java. That I can do, but I'm not doing it. Yeah, sorry, because I don't think I need to learn Java. I can manage with Bahasa Indonesia, so I'm not trying. Just like probably that's just like you are not trying for English. I'm not trying for Java too much. But if there is somebody give me target that you must learn Java, then I will try that. Chatting on WhatsApp, talking with them on phone, or when we have a meeting, I try to speak more Bahasa Java, and it will be easy. It will not be that difficult if you try. If you really want, all come back to us. Really want or not?
Okay, thank you, Mister.
Mister, whether in India has a very unique culture, which you think is different from other countries?
India has a very unique culture because I tell you something about India. India is very large. Yeah, it's like if you go from one end of India to another, two ends, it's like around 15, 20,000 kilometer. Yeah, it's one. And if you go like this, it is like, if I'm not wrong, it is 36,000 kilometers. But every 200 kilometer, every 200 kilometer, the language change. You travel 200 kilometer, there is different language. You travel another 200 kilometer, there is different language. And that language also not just kata-kata yang berubah ya, even the script change. Tulisan in the different script. Like my language Gujarati has a different script than Hindi. Then if you go to, and then if you go to, let's say, South, there is different script. Like Java, Bahasa Java has a different script, right? Same like that, all language have different script. So every 200 kilometer, language change, dressing change, the clothes, baju, style change, okay, food change, different food, not same food. Every 200 kilometer, different food, different language, different dress. That's the speciality of India. So there are maybe around 300 languages in India, and there are around no that many different type of cultures. Every province has different culture, different language, and then they stay together. That is the unique part of India.
Thank you, sir.
Gimana Arfan? We'll continue.
I have question, Mr.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the last one.
Okay. Go ahead.
Novel.
Apa? Huh?
Uh,
Oh, he's cheating. He's cheating. He got the question cheat.
uh, if if learn in English elementary school, wait. Is India provide many scholarship for foreigner?
Come again. Come again. Is it what?
Repeat.
Is India provide many scholarship for foreigner? For foreigner.
Oh, for foreigner. I don't think so. India has 1.4 billion people to take care of. So I don't think India provides much scholarships to foreigners. But there are so many good schools that foreigners come to study. So many good boarding schools also that you can go to study. Study wise, education wise, India is very tough, very strict education. But for orang Indonesia, it's difficult to survive there. Very difficult because of the language and the people very aggressive. Okay, very fast. Yeah, so difficult for orang Indonesia to survive in India because it's totally different culture. Even school also they fight for being number one. Okay, they try very hard that I want to be number one, or I want to be number two, I want to be number three. There is always very tough competition in everything.
I have question again, Mister.
Hmm.
I have learned English since elementary school, but until now I still cannot speak English. Can you give me tips or advice for me so I can speak English in
Yes.
fluently?
If
Thank
you
you.
want English fluently, Naufal, you have to practice it. You have to find the ways to practice it. Talk more in English and talk, yeah, not chat. Maybe most of you, if I ask you to chat with me in English, you can do it very well. You know English. You all know English. Okay. But the problem is when you start speaking, the words are not coming out. Yeah. No, what happening is in your brain, you use what you want to speak, you think in Indonesia, then you translate in your brain, and then English word come out. Yeah. If you don't practice, this translation take long time. Saya mau tanya. I want to ask. I want to ask. See, it takes long time. Yeah. If you practice more, this translation time will slowly get reduce little with practice. After some time, what will happen? You think an English words within few seconds, not taking long time. It's very easy for you to speak very fast. No translation required. But for this to remove, you have to practice first. Yeah. If you keep talking within your friends, in India, people speak English more because in schools, in colleges, it's a fashion to speak in English. You know, fashion means show off. If you say you want to say that I'm better, you speak in English with your friends. If somebody not speak English, means he is kampung, something like that. Yeah. So everybody say, okay, no, I'm not kampung. I will speak English also. So they also try to speak English, and then slowly everybody speaks. So please try to talk within yourself more and more in English. Talk, yeah, not chatting. Chatting, writing is not will not help. The more you talk, the more this translation time reduce. The more fluent you will be. Okay. because I tell you, I'm telling you this because when I learn Indonesia, I do the reverse. I think in English and then try to find kata-kata Indonesia and then speak bahasa Indonesia. Yeah. But the more I practice, slowly now I don't. If I when I speak bahasa Indonesia, I don't need to translate in English from English to Indonesia. I can think in Indonesia. So if you start thinking in English, you will be fluent. But if you keep translating, then it will like I want to ask you. That is what? That is the translation time. Okay, so if you don't have the translation, if you think in English, that automatically go out. Itu kan fill in the gap. Kita nggak punya waktu untuk mikir. So we say, Mister, I want to ask you another question. My question is, when you go to school, what is your first experience? See, why that break in between? Because you are translating from Indonesia to English while asking. Yeah, because you don't have practice, you have to translate one word and then you ask. That's why that pause, long pause, short pause. So do that. Practice more. Talk with each other, and slowly that it will be more fluent. Yeah, Nopal.
Okay, Mister. Thank you.
Ya, mulai besok setiap hari ada Zoom call 1 jam untuk ngobrol bahasa Indonesia sama bahasa Inggris sama teman-teman.
Ini saya juga lagi praktis sama orang tua saya, Mister, makanya nih.
Oh gitu.
Iya, jadi selama liburan lagi praktis nih.
Good.
Bahasa Inggris.
You 5 people are there. You make a call every day, half an hour. Talk in English. Talk on any topic. Don't know topic. Okay, lagi apa? What are you doing? Okay, today I play this game, or today, okay, I have this assignment. I'm doing that, this, that, something like that. Just talk on any topic. 30 minutes every day. By the time lockdown finishes, you are all expert in English. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's for the last question, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the end, and thank you very much, Mr. Arif.
My pleasure. All the best to all of you. Please keep doing your best and make your parents proud of you. All the best.
I will.
Thank you,
Okay, thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to end this session. Mana? Itu YouTube-nya nanti diupload ke YouTube recording-nya.
Keluar ya.
Apa YouTube apaan?
Linknya, cuy.
Ya, harus bikin dulu dong. Sering speak ya.
Tadi nggak di screenshot aja, nggak di screenshot.
Di screenshot sendiri lah.
Tahu, ada.
Ada. Ntar tinggal minta kirim WA.
Ini recording itu, recording.
Jadi nanti kan sekarang ada recordingnya, nanti di-upload dulu ke YouTube. Baru nanti dikasih link.
Ya.
Need to speak more. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, see you guys.
Okay.
See you.
See you.
Okay, guys, so we're back at planting some, actually making a vlog about me planting. And I actually changed plants, and I changed the way to actually grow the plant. And I'm going to show you in a couple seconds. And this has been around 1 week since I've planted it. So I actually didn't record when at the 4th day when it's already grown a little bit, but now As you can see, it is still growing. And this is the largest. Yeah, this is my largest plant. I never actually got my plant this big. Actually, it took me around 3 or 5 times. So yeah, I planted the plants I planted the plants for like 3 or 4 times, and I failed until this actually came up, and this is growing pretty well. It's healthy, and currently I'm using a basket which I filled with water, and I think I need to change the water. I'm going to change it in this video later. And what happens is this rock will stay wet because the plants are absorbing. You see the root here? The root is actually absorbing the water, and which makes the rock wool is completely wet, like forever. It's actually time to move it to the hydroponic one, which using a special pot. So without further ado, let's do with the transferring plants. And here it is, the beauty. Yeah, so 4 leaves, that's what you need to actually transfer the plant into the real hydroponic pot, into this thing. Let's get straight into it. So here I just took a water. This is pure water. It doesn't have any nutrients in it. Oh, and I already spilled with something. And the first thing is I'm going to wash this piece of cloth here. Just to make sure that my plants are going to stay healthy. And to make this thing wet too. And now here's the hard part. I'm going to rip open the rock wool, and I'm going to transfer it into this thing. I'm going to do this slowly, so hopefully I didn't cut the root. The root is right here, see? Well, let's just do it then. Woo! First one done. That was hard. So let's put it here. Now for the second one, I'm going to use this one. And here we go, the second one. Now what I'm going to do next is actually pour a little bit water. Actually a lot of water. There you go. I'm going to maybe add a little one. Pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is to actually bring this back up there where it gets a lot of sunlight. So let's just hop into it. So I just finished doing the things that I need to do, which is moving this thing up here. This is my 3rd floor. This is, I put my hydroponic where it gets sun the most, because plants need sun to create food and for them to live. And what I actually do inside the box is I actually add a little bit more water, so that yeah, the water would stay there for as long as the plant could actually drink it. Hopefully they don't die. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days after this video. See you guys around. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Arfan, and today I'm going to be telling you about one of my best moments that I've had in life. So this moment is when I actually go to Japan, and it was about 3 years ago, maybe. It's at 2017, the year 2017. The story was, I'm supposed to go to school. It's the start of school, but coincidentally, it's also my family's schedule to go to Japan. So I just asked permission to the teacher, and I immediately go to Japan. I've been in Japan for like 1 week, and 1 week and 2 days. So we have a really good time actually. In Japan, we visit lots of hotel and also motel. We go to Tokyo, Shibuya, and many others. And there's this one moment where I could remember it the most, and it was, I think it's at our last day in Japan. We were doing ice skating in Mount Fuji. So me and my sisters go outside of the hotel to see a big pile of snow, like it covers up the whole plant. So it's pretty amazing, and it's pretty hard actually. I can't imagine when someone throws a snowball at each other. And we, act- we also make an experiment where we put a little bit of water into the ice, into the snow, and we ate it. It's pretty good. And a couple of days later, a firework festival in Japan started, and it was beautiful. There are lots of fireworks. There are round, there are heart-shaped firework. There's even a flower-shaped firework, and many more. And it was pretty beautiful. And then the next day, we went out to Mount Fuji, and we do ice skating together. We stayed there for like a couple hours, but during those couple hours, uh, we had lots of fun. And after we go to Mount Fuji, have a little bit of fun. Actually, have a lots of fun. Uh, the next day, or I think 2 days later, we went back to the airport to go back to Jakarta, and it was really a fun time. Although it's only 1 week and 2 days. After we get back to our home, we just I asked for another permission to stay at home to rest for a little bit, and then at Wednesday I went back to my normal life as a student in my junior high school. So I think that's it for this short video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I do hope I can visit Japan again. It was a great place, and the people were nice. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arfan, and today I am going to tell you about my family. My dad was born in Bandung, and my mother is also born in Bandung. Both of them is born at December. My father works as a designer at Chevron, and my mother works as a psychologist. But it's not the usual psychologist. She works at home. And then I have two little sisters. The first one is Faiza, and the second one is Safira. My first sister, Faiza, is currently at 6th grade of elementary school. And my other sister, Safira, is at 3rd grade in elementary school. And my grandmother was born in Madura. And my grandfather too. And what do we do if we have spare time or we are together? Usually, we would just hang out with each other, but because there's a coronavirus right now, we just stayed at home, just hanging out together, have fun together, and accompanying my sisters to do their homework or something else. And then maybe sometimes I even talk about my codes with my dad. My grandmother, well, she's actually a businesswoman because she has a lot of business. For example, is she has a cake shop. He has a cake shop, and then he also have the AGM, which is an extracurricular school, private school, and she also have the laundry. So, and she could really manage her time and find the right person to make her work become a reality, become a businesswoman. And I also work for her. I teach his clients. I teach her underlings. I teach her underlings about the IT and all other stuff. And the last one is my grandfather. My grandfather, I don't know if he has a work or not, but he used to work on a networking factory on Telcom, yes. And because my grandfather and my mother's father also works at the same factory, which is Telcom. Both my father and my mother could meet and make me. But right now, I think my grandfather is not working. So I think that's all about my vlog, my family vlog. I hope you enjoyed this video. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello and welcome back to News in Home. This is Arfan, your host, and the next news is going to be a unique one because it is from the government itself. The government has established the Study at Home program in order to prevent the spreading of the COVID-19 virus, also known as the coronavirus. The children study using their gadgets and use an app like Google Classroom and Zoom. Although sometimes the children also have a little bit problem, for example, like the problem with Wi-Fi and the connection, the children could find a way for them to keep studying harder and harder to make this country a better place in the future. Not only that, the government also started the work at home program. This is also used to prevent the coronavirus from spreading all across the country and the world. And also, the government told us and asked us to stay at home safely. And for those of you who got the coronavirus, just stay at home, ask for a medic, and don't go outside trying to spread the virus. And for those who haven't got the disease, keep your body safe and keep yourselves healthy. Wash your hands before you eat and always use a mask if you are going outside. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching and always stay healthy. This is me, Arfan, and I'm the host for today. And I will see you guys in the next news report. Hello guys and welcome back with me Arfan, and today I'm going to do another video about my duty in IDN boarding school, but this time I'm going to explain 7 things about ordering food. So let's get started into it. So I'm going to be explaining 7 things on how to order food, and I'm going to explain to you one by one as far as I heard about the knowledge from my teacher, Mr. Aab. Really grateful for him for, just be patient and helping me learning English more. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first one is, can I get a coffee, please? This term is used as it's polite, but it also technically goes to normal, how we normally talk. So it's not that polite. You can say it's like a slang version of the polite one. And so usually we say something like this, say, can I get a coffee please, in a restaurant. And that is probably the most polite thing, the most polite word. And the second one is, may I have a coffee please? This term is the same as can I get a coffee please, but the difference is this is more polite. The next thing is, do you have a coffee? This is a term in which maybe you are inside your friend's house, or just asking someone to get a coffee. So if you actually want to get a coffee, you may use the word, do you have a coffee? And the next thing is, can I order a coffee? This is also used in a restaurant, and this is also one of the polite way of speaking, polite way of ordering food in a restaurant. So can I order a coffee is a good term if you want to actually order something. And the next one is, can I get this to go? This term is used to order something from a restaurant, but you can instantly take it away. It's the same as take out. For the sixth one is I would like the spaghetti and meatballs to go, please. This is if you are eating and you feel a bit full, like you can't eat anymore, you can use this term to make the staff pack the meatballs or whatever the menu you are ordering so that you can take it away and eat it for later. And the last thing is, can I have the fried rice and egg rolls take out? This term is used when you are ordering the food. So it's different than the previous one. The previous one is used after you order the food. But this one, the can I have the fried rice and egg rolls take out, is used when you're ordering food but you don't have time to eat at the restaurant, so you have to take it out. So I think that's it for this quick video about my duty, and I hope this somehow help you in learning ordering food. And I'm going to end this video, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello and how are you doing, guys? Welcome back with me, Arfan, and today I'm going to be commentating about this video right here. So this video is also for one of my duties in IDN boarding school. You guys should check that school out. It's amazing. It's about an IT school. But actually, without further ado, let's hop into the video. So the first person that came in the video is someone who can be friends with animals. This special person has the ability to be friends with hyenas. His name is Abbas. Abbas lives in a remote village in Ethiopia. And what he does for his daily life is he collects food in the morning, and in the nighttime he brought all the food, all the meat, and magically the hyenas come into Abbas, not into Abbas' house, actually comes to Abbas. And so Abbas and the hyenas, which there's a lot of hyenas there, can eat and play at the same time. And he said it has been a tradition in his clan for 4 generations, so that's pretty long. The next person is called Cat. He is a human that can do anything, pretty much anything in his island and homeland. And usually we need Google to start fire or climb a tree or even catch a fish with a spear. Well, anything that's about nature, like adventure, we usually need to take our phone and search in Google. But Cap doesn't need Google to do anything that we can't do. He just do it with his body. He doesn't even need tools. All he needs is like a rope and anything else. For the next person, he is called Richard, and he is the Batman. But he is not the normal Batman that we see in the movies. Not the Batman that rides the Batmobile, the Batman which fights villain, Penguin and other villain in the movie series, in the DC series. But he is the real life Batman. He lives with a bat. That's why he is called the Batman. You see, 23 years ago, he got an accident at work. So because of that accident, he cannot leave the same chair, which is the one that I've shown the image before. He cannot leave that chair. And one day he found a bat. But that bat is sick. Like he has his wings is crippled, and so he can't fly. So what Richard does is he took the bat home and treat his injury and actually just be friends with the bat. Just do anything in order to keep the bat alive and feel safe. So because he has been friends with the bat which was sick, uh, in his daily life he and his daily chair, he and the bat spend time together, like a lot of time. They eat mangoes together, they even talk together. Like Richard can do bat languages. So I think that's it for this short video, guys. I hope this helps you in entertain you in a little bit, because currently there's a pandemic, COVID-19 disease right now, and hopefully this video could just entertain you a little bit. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hello, and what's going on, guys? Back with me again, Arfan, and today I'm going to review a gadget that my sister used for her daily life. I'm going to review the Samsung Note 8, and she pretty much liked this phone because it has good specs and it's a really good phone for either gaming or making other stuff like works. And for the network, this uses a GSM or HSPA and LTE, which makes this a better phone if you wanna do something that used Wi-Fi or connection with it. And then it has a Gorilla Glass 5, so that makes this phone really tough for the screen. For the resolution, it has a 1440 times 2960 pixels, which is pretty good, which could make your display become more better. And for the speakers, of course, this is pretty good as well. It is located in below here, as you can see. It uses loudspeaker, and it has a 3.5mm jack, which could be put to your headset or your earphones. This phone also has fingerprint for you to make it easier to unlock your screen. So if you put a lock and you put passwords to your phone, you can easily unlock it with just one tip of your finger. For the display, I think it's pretty good. As you can see, I have already installed one game, and I believe all of you guys know this game. And then you can see that it has a really good features, really good display. There's no lag or something, but yeah, if you try to just go through each one of the apps, it's running smoothly. It has no delays or anything else, and it loads so fast, which makes this a better phone for you to use. Now I recommend you buying this phone because it's a really good gadget for you to have, and the price is not that bad also. And yeah, just go ahead and buy it because it's a good phone actually. So that's it for this review video, and that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope this could be useful for your life. And I'm going to end this by saying wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey guys, welcome back with me, Arfan, and welcome back to my channel, IDN Arfan. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about another NAS daily video called with the title "The Almost Perfect Country." Now, not everything is perfect. Of course, this particular country also have a negativity of its own, but put that aside, that country is technically already perfect because all other nations have a certain problem, and it actually makes all the people feel, I don't know, not feeling not good, feeling negativity, all sorts of negativity. So without further ado, I'm going to explain what the person in last daily video said. The country that he mentioned is Singapore. Now, why is Singapore, according to Nas Daily, became the almost perfect country? Well, for starters, it's because Singapore found a solution to every problem in other country, and I'm going to explain one by one. So the first problem is it could be racism, or the garbage, and maybe pollution and many other stuff. But Singapore found a solution. For example, like other country have this like lake full of garbage, and what Singapore do to avoid that kind of disaster, or not a disaster, like pollution, is they burn the garbage that they put on the trash can until it was just an ash, until it was an ashes, and they just dump it into a man-made lake. And but don't be surprised, even though they dump it to a lake, the lake is still clean. Like it's so clean, it almost looks like a resort, or a place to refresh your mind. Then the next problem is racism. Lately, I've been looking at the web, and there's kind of like a war between white and black people. Now, because Singapore is technically all of the culture, there are Chinese, Asians, English person, many more combined into one. So they live in harmony, and there is no racism. They are all friendly there. And then another problem is the water. Sometimes other country have unused, well, actually they just dump water, like it doesn't have any price. But Singapore is different. For example, after you take a pee or poo in the toilet, the Singapore people actually made a machine that could make the water cleaner, and it's so clean that you can actually drink the water after you poo and pee in that water. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this conclusion, and I'm going to see you in the next video. I'm going to end it here. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey, welcome back with me, Arfan. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about Nas Daily's video. Oh wait, I'm making a conclusion about Nas Daily's video, and that is called The World's Best Metro. Now, before I start, metro is a kind of train for transportation in which every country have it. For example, like New York have a metro, and America, I think, and even Indonesia have metro. But The problem is, according to NAS Daily, the other metros around the world is having a little bit something that makes it kind of bad. For example, like the cleanliness or the service, and sometimes even the train could be late. But there is one metro that is currently held the title the best metro in the world. So, and that metro is located in Hong Kong. So right now Hong Kong have the best metro in the world. Now, what makes this metro in Hong Kong be the best in the world? So, what makes it the best is, first of all, the train is never late. Now, how do you know for sure that the train could never be late? There is a rule that if the train actually gets late. So I think that's it for this video, and this conclusion is only for my English duty, so I'm sorry if this is kind of sudden. I'm making it in a hurry because I actually made it 2 or 3 times, but for some reason it keeps on getting error. So this is my third attempt, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The staff and the train crew have to pay about 1 million Hong Kong dollar, Hong Kong money, and that alone makes the train not late in their schedule. And then the second one will be the place is completely clean, like so clean that anyone could just sleep in the floor while waiting for the train. But I'm pretty sure you don't need to wait for the train because it's a guaranteed never late train, metro. And then the next one is the service is also good. So if you actually kind of get lost in Hong Kong, you can just ask which train to go if you want to go to a certain destination. And according to NAS Daily, yeah, and actually all of the country voted that Hong Kong is has the best metro in the world.
The Three Young Pigs and the Wolf. Once upon a time, there is a big family of pigs. One day, the mother asked all her children to build a house for the three of them. So, the children think about the material to build their house. Then, they gathered plants and start to make their house. But then, a bad wolf saw their house and wanted to break the house. So he blew the house and the house is blown away. But the young piggies don't want to give up and think of another material for them to build their house. And then the piggies collected woods for the forest and start building their second house. And the bad wolf saw this wooden house and want to break it again. The wolf gets an oil and burn the house. But the young piggies are still not going to give up, and they think of another material to build their house, a strong and big house for them to live in. Then the material they needed is bricks and cement. And so the young pigs successfully made a brick house. Then the bad wolf tries to break the house again, but he tried everything. He tried to burn the house, but the house won't break. He tried to blow the house down, but the house won't be blown away. Then the wolf gave up on breaking the young pig's house. And the young pigs celebrated because they had made a big, strong house.
Hello everyone and welcome back with me. Today in this video I'm going to share something, another sharing session, yes. I'm going to share about one of the experience of my holiday, which is held, I think it's 2 or 3 years ago. I think it's 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. I went to Japan with my big family. My whole family. I have 3 sister and my mom, my dad, my grandfather, my grandmother, and many more. But yeah, we all go to Japan all together, and it was a really fun and really exciting experience. Japan is a very beautiful town, beautiful country, and unfortunately, I didn't get to see the sakura blossom. Japan is a very interesting place, and it's really a beautiful place for us to visit. So I'm really glad that I got the chance to actually go to Japan. And just like I said in my old videos, I wanted to go to Japan again, and I kind of wanna go to one of the university in Japan. So just help me out, pray, pray for me. Just just because I want to go to Japan, but that doesn't mean I'm a weep. Actually, I am a weep. I like animes. But anyway, back to topic. What happens is it is clearly unplanned. Like it is literally suddenly. So one of my parents actually said, "Hey, what about we go to Tokyo? Well, what about we go to Japan?" And suddenly our family agreed, and the project going to Japan starts from just asking normally, suddenly it becomes serious. And to be honest with you, I am actually supposed to be studying in my school, but and it's the first day of school too. So I have to wait for a week. I have to have a holiday, an extra holiday for a week because I went to Japan for 1 week, and I don't know if I'm missing something, but I don't think I'm missing. I don't think uh, I'm actually missing one of the education, so I guess I'm still fine. So one day uh, before, I think it's the day before we go to Japan, we go to the airport. We prepared our stuff, our belongings. One of it was the long john shirt and t-shirt because me and my parents went to Japan when it's at the winter season. So of course it's going to be cold, which we all know that we're gonna need another more clothes. So in the end, we brought a lot of clothes, which we use them. I don't know how many layers did we actually use. Well, I used 3 layers of clothes because I'm from Indonesia. I haven't even had the experience to feel how cold it is in the winter season. So it's the first time I actually got to feel the winter season. And surprisingly, although I was using 5 layers of clothes, it's still kind of cold. So we bring a hat, and we bring like this headset. I forgot the name, and we also bring our gloves just to make sure that we don't freeze, especially freeze to death. No. So what? Okay, let's stop. So in my holiday to Japan, what did I get? I mean, what what did I see, what is the beauty in Japan, and many other stuff. I'm going to tell you one by one. One of the most beautiful things that I've seen in my holiday to Japan is coincidentally I went to one of the hotels in a mountain. It's not on top of the mountain. It's like the feet of the mountain called Mount Fuji. And we actually rent a motel. Is it? I think it's a motel. Yeah. The inside is clean. Well, unlike Indonesia, Japan is actually very very clean. So I just hope Indonesia could be as clean as Japan one day. And I actually got the chance to see the hanabi. Hanabi means firework. Yeah, we got to see the fireworks, which held. I don't know what ceremony it is, but I think well, there's a ceremony which involves the hanabis, and it was really beautiful. We saw the fireworks at nighttime, and that time, me and my family actually got to experience snow. Although it's not raining snow, I think the raining session is before we actually got to the motel, so we actually missed the raining snow. But we did get the snow that has already fallen. It's like in the movies actually, where everything is white, everything is covered by snow, and if we actually try to walk in the snow, it's kind of hard, but it's like ice from your refrigerator. So yeah, it's that hard. Oh, and near the motel there's a lake, and that lake is frozen, although it's only the sides. So at the side of the lake is frozen, but the center is also frozen, but it's not that as hard as the sides. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool experience. And after that, we go somewhere else. We went to Mount Fuji. We went to Tokyo, which is literally everyone knows. Actually, I think everyone knows Tokyo. Yeah, Tokyo is a big city in Japan, and almost every building has a television. You know, the big television that shows an ad and stuff like that, and many more. What we did there, I think we're just wandering around, and we eventually eat kebab, this Arabic kebab, and the owner is pretty nice. We even got help from a total Japanese stranger. You see, one night, my family, uh, yeah, one night, me and my family got off the train. It's called MRT. It's an underground train, so it's located underground. And because it's underground, there is no elevator, so we have to use the stairs to go up and down. But the difference is if you're going up, some of the places have escalator, but unfortunately at that time we didn't find any escalator, so we are forced to carry our luggage up with a stairs, which is a pretty challenging task, especially for my grandmother. And that's where a Japanese girl, a kind Japanese girl, actually helped my grandmother. She's like, "Hey, let me help you with the luggage," And although my grandmother said, no, I'm okay, it's fine, I can do it, she still insists on helping her. So that's pretty nice of the Japanese people, actually. I think she said, uh, ねえ、今助けているのか? Like something like that. And fast forward, we got into the hotel, which is called the 3000 Hotel. Over there is a little bit cramped, but it's still a good place to stay. It's kind of like, yeah, the bed has 2 layers, so it could fit, there's like 6 bed times 2, 12 people. And eventually 1 week has passed, and it all went very smoothly, and surprisingly it actually went so fast. Like, I remember the feeling of not going home. I mean, I feel like, oh, I don't want to go home, I still want to explore more about Japan. And we got home. When I'm on board of the plane, I look at the window because I'm at the really at the end of the seat. And because I'm at the end of the seat, I could enjoy the view from the window. At that moment, when we take off, I looked out of the window and I was saying, oh man, Japanese is actually kind of beautiful at nighttime too. So it's not only daytime, but at nighttime, Japan, it's the lights are beautiful from up there, which is one of the things that I like about Japan. So after 2 or 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours, trip from Japan to Indonesia, we got home probably at midnight, 12 a.m. or more or less. Although we are tired, we are actually found happiness, and we found something that we've never had before. Usually we go to mall, we don't get to see rain, snow, although we don't in Japan, but it's still a thrilling and it's a fun experience. I recommend you go to Japan. Oh, and one more thing. When we get back, I actually got motivated to learn more about Japanese, and eventually I learned the uh, the the words of Japanese. Actually, coincidentally, one of my uncles work at Japan, but currently he is at Indonesia right now because the coronavirus. Actually, he's been in Indonesia before the coronavirus. Uh, so he made a quick session about learning Japanese, and Alhamdulillah, I could learn more, although still stuck in my home. At least I could learn something, and I could refresh my mind so that it doesn't get bored. And eventually, sooner or later, I could use this knowledge to actually go to Japan. But, well, first things first, I have to learn from my school. Like, I have to learn English more and more. So I guess that's it for the sharing. So I guess that's it for the holiday sharing session. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video, and maybe I could actually motivate you to visit Japan someday. And Japan is a really good place, and the people are nice. not only nice, they are very well mannered. So anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I'm uploading on YouTube, be sure to subscribe this channel, because someday in the future I'm going to upload about Excel or maybe PowerPoint or even Microsoft others. So yeah, see you around. Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another one of my duties called Unique Hotel. So this video is also from NAS Daily, and yeah, I've been doing NAS Daily videos, like reviewing NAS Daily's videos a lot, because it is actually my duty. So I'm a student at IDN, and in order to improve my English I have to do these videos. And if you haven't know, I'm still on quarantine and I'm still at home. So without further ado, let's just start the review. So for today's video, this daily NAS video is about Unique Hotel. And in the video, he went to Tasmania, Australia, where there's a hotel in the middle of the lake. So, and there's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet. And this hotel is unique because the place is already stranded enough, like there's no one there, and rarely visitor go there. And this particular hotel has been built for 11 years. Actually, it took 11 years to build. I think it's because of the population, or I don't know, maybe from the place of the owner and the builders to come to Tasmania, Australia is a bit hard. So another thing that makes this hotel unique is the fact that it can pretty much do whatever you want because it's free. Well, not technically free. You still need to pay for the rooms and other stuff, but what I meant free is you are allowed to do anything because there's no one there except for your family or your friends. And also you can ride a boat, and apparently the key is inside the lake too. But don't worry, the lake is deep, so they put a floater so that the key doesn't go downwards to the water, which makes it hard to get. But yeah, you have to find the key in the lake, and then you will be able to go inside the room. I think that's how it goes. And you can do bicycling, and the food there is also natural. There's apples and many more, and it's quite natural. It's a natural hotel because it's a small hotel, and it's in the middle of the lake, so a lot of animals are still there, which makes it a good place for you to take a break after maybe doing a lot of stuff in your laptop or your gadgets, which makes the eye tired. So if you go to this place, your eye will see a lot of nature, which makes it good for your eye. So yeah guys, it's been 3 minutes and I'm going to leave the video here. Actually, I think this is 4 minutes already, but oh well. So I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this review video, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Hey, welcome back with me, and I'm just going to share something That is about a webinar that I followed 2 days ago. Since it's 3 days ago. Since it's still a pandemic and the coronavirus slash COVID-19 virus is still outside, so I'm trying to entertain myself. And eventually, one of my teachers actually told me to, hey, watch this webinar video. It could be helpful for you in the near future. And personally, I think this webinar is pretty useful because if any one of you that's in this video actually wants to, I don't know, work and study college in China, you should definitely check this webinar out because this webinar session is talking with a Chinese person, and I believe he's from Indonesia. And if you guys want to check it out, you can check the description because I'm going to put the link in the description. And keep in mind that the channel that uploaded this webinar is from IBN, which is my current high school. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm actually going to make a little bit of a conclusion from the webinar session. The first conclusion is I found out that the Chinese people, and including the Chinese government, actually made a free will. That means, unlike Japan, China is free. Japan is a little scared with Muslims, which is, I am a Muslim, but China, because the government has a free will, made a free will to the environment. So whether you're Muslim or you're non-Muslim, you're atheist or black or white, sorry, not racist, they will still accept you. They will still help you out if you're ever in need of something. So I think I'm going to end this video here. You guys should definitely check the webinar out if you wanna know more about studying in Japan. Studying in China. There you can get a lot of stuff. For example, like how do you learn the Chinese language. There are also Q&A, question and answers, and many more. With that aside, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this video actually helped you out and to know more about China. Hello everyone and welcome back with me Arfan, and today I'm going to tell you another sharing session about a webinar that is held last week. Actually it's not last week, it's probably around 3 days ago at Monday. And the title of that video is Learning English Fast and Efficiently, I guess. Learn English easily and fun. That's the title. And so what I have to do is I'm going to make another of the conclusion videos, and this is also for my school project. Actually it's a school homework, English class. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that the speaker does is he have to have a motivation to actually learn English, because everyone needs motivation to do something. Like for example, if you want to play a game, which I'm sure a lot of kids out there, including you, do play games, and if you want to play a game, of course you have to have a motivation. Like for example, becoming the #1 player or something like that. But in this case, you have to motivate yourself that you want to be better at English. That's the first one that he said. And the second one is you have to focus and probably do a lot of exercises, maybe talk with your friends if you actually have a friend that is good at English, you can talk with them. But it doesn't really matter if that friend is not good at English or not. In the end, all you have to do is just practice speaking regularly while using English language. So you have to constantly speak English, and eventually you will know any kinds of objects, and you will also know the pattern to make a complete sentence like what I did there. Actually, it just came out of my mind, and I just have to tell you in front of the camera. And I'm sure this kind of conclusion is being repeated in all of my videos, but basically, if you want to be better at English, you just have to do the things that I have mentioned. That is motivation and lots of practice, and so you're going to need someone that could possibly help you speak English. But not only that, you can also use Google or YouTube and maybe change your phone language settings to English instead of Indonesia if you came from Indonesia. So basically, oh, and there's one more thing. You can actually learn English by memorizing songs. I know in IDN is not allowed to hear songs, but if you're allowed to hear a song, you can just memorize the lyrics, and eventually you will know sooner or after, maybe around a year, maybe you will find out, oh, this is what it means. So that's it for my short video about the conclusion about the webinar that happened 3 days ago at Monday. And I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully if you find this conclusion actually useful, maybe feel free to leave a like and comment what things that I could probably do to improve this channel, or what kind of videos you want in the future. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. Setting this up, put on headset. Now let's see what we have here. Oh, English. Interesting. Okay. Seems pretty interesting, yeah. Alright. I never take a day off. Not when I'm sick, not if it's weekends, not if it's break time. I just continuously do my work. For 3 weeks, I keep on coding every single day. But why every single day? To answer that, I'm going to tell a story. Imagine there's 2 people that wants to be better at coding. The first person only codes 1 project every year, while the second person does a new project every day and go through a lot of trial and errors. At the end of the year, who do you think is able to be more improved? Of course, it's the second person. Because trial and error, the second person is able to improve a lot. Because the second person got through trial and error a lot, he is able to improve over time. He gets used to the errors, and he could already know if he got the same errors in the future. And that's why I want to code every day without taking a rest, even if it's a single day, to get a lot of trial and errors so that I know that this error and how to solve that error. Bro, what are you doing? Bro, go back to your coding. Why? Why are you playing? What do you mean you're playing? Yeah, I know it's fun, but now you can't do it. Stop, just code now. Oi, code.
Hey, what are you doing? Go back to work.
But the idea is simple. If you do something over and over and over again, your failures will become your success. Wah!